class onto YouTube later, so I'm recording just myself. Yeah, so I am going to read a little waiver before we go ahead and get started. All right, everyone. So in order to make these classes as freely in order to make these classes as freely accessible as possible to our participants, we will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and by participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate from a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure that you have moved nearby furniture and other potential hazards. If you are participating in a yoga class or a class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat, or if you don't have one, a carpeted area. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. Awesome. So yeah, my name's Jordan. Welcome to Pilates. If you guys are interested in using my playlist, if you look in the chat button, I sent the link there. And then also, if you hear my mom talking, she's on a conference call. So yeah, you know, working from home, we're all making it work. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started, everyone. So we're not using any equipment for today's class. All you're gonna need is a mat if you have one, but if you don't, no worries at all. So Pilates is a moderate intensity workout that targets your core. So your core is from about your knees to your shoulders. So we're going to start with a warm up. So if you guys would like to join me standing on your mat or carpeted area, and what we're going to do is collectively just take a little hop, just like that. I like starting off my classes with this hop because this is where your feet naturally land. So this is normally where you're like most stable, even though you may not think about it that way. But yeah, so I like to start my classes by paying attention to our posture. So if you guys would like to join me, let's bring our gaze down to our feet. We're going to make sure that our weight is evenly distributed between our heels and the balls of our feet, and we can wiggle our toes off the mat. And then bringing that attention up, we have a micro bend in our knees. We're trying to avoid locking out a knee, which is where you have like a super straight leg. So for all of today's class, please like remind yourself to have a micro bend in your knees. We just want to be very generous to our legs. And then our hips are forward. They're nice and in line with our body. You can tell I have pretty much a straight line from my head to my toes. So that's what you should aim for in terms of the belly and lower back. They're nice and engaged. So this is, you know, your core, your Pilates core. So we're going to make sure for all of today's class that we're really hugging our belly in towards our spine, and our lower back is nice and comfortable, if that makes sense, relaxed, not strained at all. And then bringing our attention up towards the chest, where we're going to make sure we have a nice proud chest. So if you guys would like to join me, let's take a nice shoulder roll, squeezing our shoulders up by our ears and back and down. Awesome job, everyone. What we're going to do starting off today's class is I like to start by engaging our cervical spine, so that is your neck, and then we're going to move down to your thoracic spine and your lumbar spine. So for our cervical spine, if you've been to my Pilates classes, you know how I like to do this. So we're going to start by taking our right ear and hovering it over our right shoulder as gentle as possible, just getting a nice stretch here. Good job, everyone. And let's bring our head up through center and bring the left ear towards that left shoulder. Good job, everyone. Now what we're going to do is do a few of these at our own pace. I'm going to turn off my notifications real quick. Okay. Good job, everyone. And let's do 2 more on each side. Just starting to warm up that neck and that spine. And last one. Awesome job, everybody. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hover our chin over our right shoulder, starting to twist the cervical spine. Nice and generous here, however much is comfortable. And bringing our head back through center and bringing our gaze over the left shoulder. Good job, everyone. Same as the first, we're going to take these at our own pace, bringing our chin over our alternating shoulders. Warming up our neck. While we're doing this warm up, I recommend you guys, if you want, maybe to close your eyes, maybe set an intention for today's class. An intention could be that you just want to relax, maybe not think about school, or maybe it's you want to like have rock hard quads, whatever it is. Take a moment here, close your eyes, and let's all think about an intention that we would like to set for our class today. And let's do about 5 more seconds. Awesome job, everyone. Maybe we flutter those eyes open. Our intention is set, it's locked and loaded. And let's continue to warm up our cervical spine by tucking our chin towards our chest, opening up the backs of our neck. And bringing our gaze to center and bringing that chin towards the sky, the front of our neck. And same thing as the first two, we're going to take these warm-ups at our own pace. Good job, everyone. Remembering that micro bend in the knees, the squeezing of a core towards our spine. Nice standing posture here for this warm-up. And let's do one more of each. And back to center. Great job, everyone. We're gonna bring in some full body movement now for our warm-up. So if you would like to join me on the edge of your mat, however you can best see me, we're gonna do a sun salutation. So what this looks like is I'm bending my knees, inhaling my arms above my head, and with a flat back, micro bend in my knees, I'm going to bend forward, 90-degree angle. What we're gonna do, we're gonna hold here, stretch your arms out as far in front of you as you can. We have a lot of energy going into our fingertips right now. And on our next exhale, collapsing the back, rounding it out for a nice forward fold. Good job, everyone. I'm gonna tilt down so y'all can see me a little bit better. All right. So in this forward fold, let's start to bring some movement into our body. So we have a few options here. Whatever feels best for you, please do that. So option one is we can alternate bending one knee and then coming back and bending the other knee, sinking a little bit deeper with each bend. Or what we can do is we can let the hands hang heavy, make a basket for our head, maybe sway side to side. Whatever feels good for y'all. What we're doing here is we're just starting to warm up the backs of our legs as well as our thoracic spine and our lumbar spine. Waking up our body here. Maybe we walk our hands side to side with as much bend in the knees as is needed as well. Good job, everyone. So now what we're going to do, as much bend in the knees as needed. If you aren't already there, please place your hands on the mat. And what we're going to do is walk out into a downward dog position. So this looks like I'm coming into a plank and sending my hips up and back for a nice downward dog stretch. We can take a moment here to keep warming up the backs of the legs if that feels good. We can do this by walking the dog. So what that looks like is we're alternating, bending one knee, bringing the opposite heel towards the mat, back to stillness, and doing the same on the other side. So if that feels good and you guys would like to walk the dog, feel free to do that now. For our downward dog, our gaze is about right in between our hands and we're honoring the space between the neck and the chin. Great job, everyone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to walk out into a plank here. And what we're going to do is just a really quick hold, start to get those abs fired up and that core. Because like I said, Pilates is all about your core. So we're definitely going to be working it in every single move we do today. And knees to the ground. Great job, everyone. So we're going to meet in a tabletop position. So what this looks like is my wrists are over my elbows and my shoulders, and my knees are right underneath my hips, and I have a flat back. Good job, everyone. So what we're going to do is a really, really great lower back stretch and lower back move for stability and strengthening. It's called a bird dog. So what this looks like is I am taking my right hand and I'm bringing it off of my mat, and then I'm doing the same with my left leg. So extending my left leg long. So right now, only my left hand and my right knee are on the mat, and I'm using my core, squeezing it super tight to balance here. And on my next exhale, placing my hand and my leg back on the mat. And let's do the same with the other side. Extending my left arm and my right leg long. Feeling the stretch here. Trying to go as long as possible, be as tall as I can. And we're placing them back on the mat. Good job, everyone. We're going to alternate through these, warming up our core. Feel free to do these at whichever pace is most comfortable for you guys today. One thing before we get into the working portion of class, I would just like to remind you guys that this is your body, your workout today, so please do whatever feels best for you. Anything that I do is simply an example that you guys definitely don't have to follow. So I just want you guys to treat yourself and your body with kindness for today's Pilates class. I don't know about you guys, but it's very rainy where I am today, so I think I'm gonna watch a movie. Good job, everyone. So now what we're gonna do is bring in the option for a crunch here, warming up that core even more. So what this looks like is I'm taking my right elbow and I am bringing it to my left knee underneath my midline and extending it back, placing back on the mat. Same on the other side, extending long, crunching that opposite knee, opposite elbow, extend long, and back on the mat. So if you guys would like to add a crunch to your bird dog, go for it. That's a great addition. If not, that's also wonderful. Feel free to stick with these bird dogs, whatever feels best for you guys today. We're gonna do 5 more on each side. Remembering a nice engaged core here, nice flat back. Great job, everyone. Listening to some music, hopefully, whatever makes you feel good. And let's do 1 or 2 more on each side. Maybe challenging ourselves to add the crunch if we haven't added it yet. And 1 more on each side. Good job, everyone. And last one. Great job, everyone. Coming back to this tabletop position, we're gonna go right back to our downward dog. So this looks like is I'm tucking my toes, sending my hips up and back. Good job, everyone. Feel free for the second downward dog to pedal out your feet, walk the dog. Maybe you notice for this second time you're a little more flexible, maybe you're not. Either way, it's kind of cool to notice the differences in our body. And bringing stillness to those legs, as much bend in the knees as needed. Let's walk our hands towards our feet, and let's hang out in a nice forward fold again. Maybe sink a little bit lower. For this forward fold too, hands can be on our shins, they can be on our quads, they can be on the mat, whatever feels good for us. Maybe we challenge ourselves for 5 seconds to deepen the stretch. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, guys. Generous bend in the knees here. Let the head and arms hang heavy. And what we're going to do is slowly roll up, feeling each vertebrae of our spine stack on top of each other. And I challenge you guys not to beat me to the top of this forward fold here. Not to beat me to standing, nice and slow. Awesome job, everyone. I'm gonna adjust the camera so y'all can see me. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water. That does conclude our warm-up portion, so we're gonna get right at the work for today's class. All right, so we're starting with our arms today. And for these moves, there is no added resistance necessary, like no weights or cans that you need. But if you would like to add those for a little extra challenge, go for it. That would be awesome. I would like to say though, I feel like these moves are deceptively difficult. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. So for our arms move, we have like 5 moves that we're gonna do, no weights needed, just body weight. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Real quick, let's all take our little hop again. Come back to that nice standing posture. Maybe check in with your body. Really engage your core here. Awesome job, guys. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna extend our arms out by our sides. So we're in like a perfect T right now, or whatever you wanna say. And what we're gonna be doing are tiny arm circles towards the front of your room. So I guess towards me, towards your laptop or your phone. Tiny arm circles here. Great job, guys. So we're gonna be doing moves like these, really, really small moves for long durations. So Pilates is a class that focuses on muscular endurance. So muscular endurance is, like running a marathon, and then muscular strength is like doing a sprint, if that makes sense. So muscular endurance focuses on little to no resistance for really long durations of time. So it really like maximizes your muscle capacity and is really, really great for toning your muscles. Yeah, so I feel like it's, deceptive that, little arm circles, you're gonna be like, what, how am I gonna get a workout from these? But if you've done my class before, you definitely know that these are not easy after a period of time. And if you haven't done my class before, first of all, welcome, happy to have you, but you're gonna start to feel your arms kick in any moment now. So good job, everyone. One thing that I encourage you guys to do is, since most of us are at our homes right now, maybe we don't have access to the rec or any gym, like our home gym, but these moves are really, really great for anyone, anytime, any place. Think about it. All you need is your body to do this. So yeah, I think it's a really great home workout option, Pilates and bar classes like those that don't require any weights. But yeah, so you guys are definitely going to start to feel your arms kicking in soon. I know I'm starting to feel it in my shoulders, my biceps a little bit. But we're all in this together. Good job, everyone. Hopefully you guys are listening to some good music right now. While we're at it, for those of you who don't know, I take Japanese classes at William & Mary, and I love it. I've been doing it for 2 years now, so I just had my speaking final where I chatted with my sensei in Japanese about something from when I was a child that my mom wouldn't let me do that I really wanted to do. That was the prompt. So, little fun story for you guys. When I was like 4 years old, maybe, I'm like the youngest of my family in terms of my cousins. So they're all older than I was. So of course I wanted to be cool and be with, the big kids when I was little, and they all were eating gumballs all the time. But I, was 4, don't even know how many teeth I had at that point, hopefully all of my teeth. But my mom would not let me eat a gumball. And so I was so stubborn. I never ate it, but I had like a little plastic bag of gumballs that I carried around for like 2 years until my mom said I could eat gumballs. So yeah, fun little story about my stubbornness for you guys. And I love gum now. I have gum all the time. So, my true colors, I guess. All right, guys, we're gonna do 10 more seconds. Y'all got this. Maybe think about a funny story yourselves. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Quick shake out for like 3 seconds. And then what we're doing, we're coming right back and we're doing circles towards the back. So y'all are pros by now. If you guys would like to bring your arms up, start doing circles in the opposite direction. Good job, everyone. I know I'm definitely feeling my deltoids right now. Your deltoids are like your shoulders, like right here. And they're like the target muscle for this move. So, hopefully you guys are feeling yours too. I definitely am. And I feel like these moves are deceptively easy, or deceptively hard, my bad. But yeah, hopefully you guys are feeling it too. We're gonna be here for 20 seconds. You guys got this. We're a team doing it together. What is it, Tuesday? No, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday. This Wednesday morning. All right, guys, 10 more seconds. Challenge yourselves. And let's do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh. Good job, everyone. So the next move that we're going to be doing is called a walnut crusher. So what this looks like is I'm bringing my arms towards like a W position. And what I'm doing is I'm pretty much hinging my elbows forward and back like this. So if you guys can like see, I'm doing this with my shoulders, but my arms are in a like W position. So if you guys would like to go ahead and join me, this is a really, really great move for your upper back muscles. And it's called walnut crushers because, theoretically, like at the back of your walnut crusher like this, your scapula, your shoulder blades should be so together that they could, like, in theory, crush a walnut. I don't know the logistics behind that, but the sentiment is there. So if that's a good way for you guys to think about your form for this move, when you're bringing your arms towards the back, really squeeze your shoulder blades together. In theory, you could crush a walnut, I guess, in theory, but I really, really like these moves, as you can tell, because they are so good for muscular strength and endurance, but also I feel like they work a lot of muscles that maybe aren't normally targeted, like when you use weights, or if you go to like a body pump class, any class that does muscular strength. But yeah, I feel like these are really, really great moves. If you guys are ever, oh my gosh, this Siri on my phone is going crazy right now. Hold on, she says, I'm listening. Siri, I was not talking to you, girl. But yeah, good job, everyone. Walnut crushers. For those of you that are students right now, I hope the finals week is going okay for you guys. What is today? Wednesday. For me personally, I have done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 of my finals. So 2 more home stretch. I have one tomorrow and then one, I think it's Monday. So I'm really excited to be done with school for a little bit. I'm sure you guys are too. Yeah, I'm excited. I don't know about you guys, but it's like the last push. It can be really hard to motivate myself, especially since I'm at home. So yeah, there's just so many temptations to not study and not do schoolwork. But, we only have a few more days. So you guys got this if you're struggling to find that motivation. I know I am, but we're in it together. So close to being finished with school for a little bit. If you're a senior, congratulations, you're so close to getting your undergrad, or if you're a grad student, same thing. That's really awesome. I'm very proud of you guys, even if I don't know some of you, but yeah, good job, everyone. We're gonna do these walnut crushers for maybe 30 more seconds. Maybe challenge yourself to really squeeze your shoulder blades together at the back, crush that walnut, and then come towards the front. Good job, everyone. Remembering our standing posture here, micro bend in the knees, hips are nice and aligned with the rest of our body, core is engaged, weight is evenly distributed, proud chest, even if we're, doing some upper body movement. Good job, everyone. Let's do this for 15 more seconds. Also, if you guys want to challenge, increase the height of your elbows so they're farther away from the midline of your body. A little added resistance. If you want a little less resistance, bring your elbows towards your body. Whatever feels good for you today. Let's do these for 10 more seconds, everyone. Challenge yourselves, push a little harder. And 5 more seconds. And 1. Awesome, guy. Oh, that didn't make sense. Awesome job, everyone. So the next move we're going to do is a prayer pulse. So this is a really, really great move for targeting your biceps and your triceps a little bit. So this move looks like, I'll turn to the side so you guys can see me better, but I am bringing my hands together and bringing my elbows right in line with my shoulder. And my hands are like right above my head. So what I'm doing is I'm just sending my hands up towards the sky and back down, up towards the sky, back down. So from the front, this is what it looks like. You can kind of see me, kind of not, so I'll turn to the side. But if you guys would like to join me, these are called prayer pulses. They're a really, really good move. All of these moves are, especially because you don't need any resistance. I feel like they are, at least for me, they're hard enough without weights that I don't need to add weights. But if you guys would like to add weights, maybe food cans, any little pieces of resistance, go for it. While we're at it, I'm gonna grab a quick sip of water since I've been chatting so much. All right, everyone, let's keep at it with these prayer pulses. Bringing our hands towards the ceiling. I'm gonna scooch my camera up so you all can see me a little bit better. All right, there we go. Good job, everyone. For this move, we really want to keep in mind that our shoulders are just acting as a pivot point. So if you feel your shoulders like moving in any extreme, in any extreme way, try to remind yourself that your shoulders are just a pivot point here. And then I think a good way to think about this move is that your elbows should be moving about a foot, a little bit less, up and down. So they're coming like towards your chest, towards your eyes, your elbows. Good job, everyone. Going at whichever pace is comfortable. Remembering too, if at any moment this is, a little extreme for us, we can take a break, take an arm circle, and then come back. Yeah, feel free, guys, to do whatever's best for y'all today. It's your body, your workout. Good job, everyone. We're gonna do these for about 30 more seconds. One thing I also like to say in my classes is that when you're feeling this discomfort that you guys are probably feeling right now, that is you just getting stronger, and that's new muscle being formed. So I think that's a pretty empowering thing to maybe get myself through the last 15 seconds of a move. If I'm really feeling it, I'm shaky, my muscles are super tight. So if you guys are feeling that, you guys are just getting stronger right now. Let that be your last motivation for these last 15 seconds. Good job, everyone. Try a little bit harder. We have 10 seconds left. 5 seconds, everyone. And 1. Awesome job, everyone. We have 2 more arm moves before we're moving into our legs. So I encourage you guys to challenge yourselves here. I'm just adjusting all these camera angles. So what this next move is it's called a scarecrow. So what this looks like is I'm bringing my arms to a goalpost position, like I'm a field goal. And then what I'm doing is I'm just flipping my arms down and bringing them up. So if you guys would like to go ahead and get started with these scarecrows, this is what we're doing. We're simply I guess I see why it's called a scarecrow. Kind of looks like a scarecrow. You're just flipping your hands and your forearms up and down. On the side. Just like this. Good job, everyone. So all of the moves that I picked out for our arms today really work our shoulders. I feel like personally shoulders for me is a move or a muscle group that I kind of forget to work sometimes. Normally when I think of arms, I think of biceps and triceps or chest and back for upper body. And I feel like shoulders, I don't think about as often. So I wanted to come up with a lot of moves that really targeted our shoulders because I feel like from people that I've talked to and my peers, they also are I forget I have shoulder muscles to work, my deltoids. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying the shoulder workout for today's class. I know I'm definitely feeling my upper body right now, my arms for sure. Remembering our nice standing posture too. Slight bend in the knees, evenly distributed weight, engaged core. Good job, everyone. And while you may not be thinking that you're working your core right now, you really are, especially if you're focusing on just drawing it in towards your spine. You're really, really engaging your core, even when you're not doing a core move per se. So that's one thing I think is so cool about Pilates, is that really every move in it is a core move. But yeah, good job, everyone. We're gonna do 10 more of these. 5 more. 2 more. And 1. Awesome job, everyone. So the last thing that we're gonna work are our triceps. So what we're gonna do is a tricep kickback. What this looks like is I'm hinging at my hips about 45 degrees, slight bend in my knees, and I'm drawing my elbows right back, and then I'm going to extend my arms, bring them back, just like this. So if you guys would like to join me, this is a great move if you are using weights and would like to, use some resistance here. This is an awesome move to add weights to. But like I said, you don't need weights at all. So this is called a tricep kickback. So when you're at this top here, your tricep is fully activated. So if you feel your arm, it's a muscle right here pretty much. And it's on the back of your arm, and it's a really, really great muscle. It's an anterior muscle group to your bicep, which I feel like most people know where your bicep is. Good job, everyone. Going at whatever pace is comfortable for us today. But just a good thing to focus on for this move is that your elbows are just a pivot point here. So if you watch my elbow, it's not really moving at all. It's pretty stationary. It's just the lower half of my arm that is doing the movement here. Good job, everyone. We're going to do 15 more of these tricep kickbacks. Good job, everyone. Just checking the time, my bad. And let's do 5 more. And 1. Awesome job, guys. So feel free to grab a sip of water. That was our upper body movement. But the next move that we're going to do is a squat squat variation. I really love squats because they're so great for your lower body, and I feel like they're really, really great exercises to tailor to your individual fitness level. So what we're gonna do is I have 3 or 4 squat variations. We're gonna do them together. I'm gonna cue you guys through all of it, and then that's it for our lower body. So challenge yourselves. This isn't gonna be a super long duration for our squats, but I think if you're really working and putting the effort in, you're gonna get a great, workout. So I'm gonna lower this a tiny bit because I am just not a fan of the camera angles today, y'all. So what we're gonna do for a squat, oh my gosh, guys, I put it too far down. So sorry. Okay, I'm not gonna change it. So for a squat, what we're gonna do is we're going to bring our feet about 1 foot's width away from our hips. So they're outside our normal standing position. So what a squat looks like is I'm sending my hips straight back, hinging at my knees, and then coming back up. So if you guys are pros with squats, want to get started, please go for it. We're just going to start with some full range squats here. But if you want to make sure that you have great form, try to visualize that you're sitting in a chair and then standing back up. So it's squatting down to my couch, coming right back up. And then one thing that's really important to remember is that your knees stay pretty much right over your ankles for this whole move. So if you feel your knees going past your toes like that, take a moment, just think about or visualize sitting in that chair and then coming back. So if you guys have not started with squats, feel free to join me. We're going to be doing full range squats and then adding some variations, and then that's all for lower back. So we got this today. Good job, everyone. We're just going whichever distance is as far comfortable. So maybe if it feels good for us, just a micro squat, that's perfect. Or if you want to do a deep squat, also perfect. We're just doing whichever is best for our personal, like, you know, ourselves today, our fitness level. So there's a lot of options here. And of course, if you guys have a chair and would like to practice just sitting in that chair and standing up, that's awesome. Like, feel free to, you know, pull your chair around. I think that's a really, really great way to like kinesthetically feel what a proper squat is like. So good job, everyone. So squats really, really target every single major muscle group in your legs. So what they target are your glutes, which are, your glutes, which is like your bone, and then they also target your quads, which are the front of your legs, and then your hamstrings, back of your legs. And I feel like they definitely target your calves too, just because you're, you know, if you can tell, below my knees, like isn't moving at all. So my calves are like working to keep my, you know, the bottom half of my legs nice and stationary. So these are such a great, like, squats are such a good move for any, you know, fitness level and any, like, activity that you guys want to do. So, you know, if you're ever looking for just a leg move to do, I definitely recommend squats for lower body movement. Good job, everyone. We're going to do 10 more full range squats. I would like to challenge you guys to do it a little bit faster than you were before. Let's do 5 more. Remembering our nice form. 3 more. 2. All right, everyone. We're going to hold it at the bottom here, and what we're going to do is send our hips up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down an inch. So if you guys would like to join me, this is called a pulse. It is really, really common in Pilates and bar movements. So what it does is it focuses on like really, really tiny ranges of motion at the like bottom half of your squat or a push-up or, you know, whatever it may be. So what this does is it just really, really activates those lower body muscle groups because you're doing such a tiny movement here, but you're, you know, working just to stay bent, and then you're also working to move your hips up an inch, down an inch. So this is a really, really great variation for those squats. Good job, everyone. We're gonna do this for 15 more seconds. Y'all got this. Remembering to breathe, remembering a nice proud chest. Let's do this for 10 more seconds, everyone. I'm definitely starting to feel my legs. Hopefully you guys are too. And for 5, and 4, and 3, 2, 1. Drop and hold. We're just gonna hang out here in the bottom half of our squat for 15 seconds. You guys can do it. Y'all got this. Really, really, really feeling those muscles activate right now. Maybe we get a little lower. And for 10 more seconds. 5, 2, 1. Awesome. That was our lower body move. Only one move, but I don't know about you guys. I'm definitely going to feel that tomorrow. So let's take a quick water break, and then we're going to lie down on our backs on our mat. All right, everyone. So we're going to move on to our core. Like I said, Pilates is a workout. It's all about your core. So I would usually like to save a good chunk of time for my core moves. So what we're going to do for our first move is called a Pilates roll up. What this looks like is I'm laying down with my arms extended, so I'm like as long as possible on the ground here. And then what I'm going to do is bring my arms into my field of vision. Once they're about right above my chin and my nose, I'm going to peel my head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Using only my core here through this like sticky spot, come up to seated, tap my toes, come up, and when you're going back down, you're gonna hinge off of your sits bones, and then slowly roll, so your lower back, your upper back, shoulders, head, and arms are the last to come down. So again, bringing my arms above my head, peeling my head, neck, and shoulders off the mat, not using any momentum through that sticky spot, coming up to seated, tapping my toes, hinging off of my sits bones, rolling back down. So you guys got it at this point. If you would like to join me for some Pilates roll-ups, this is a really, really traditional way to start your Pilates core work. Pilates, like a lot of the Pilates core moves, especially those that we're doing today, target what's called your transverse abdominis. So your transverse abdominis are the abs like on the most inside of your body, if that makes sense. They're like right kind of next to your spine. So they're not, you know, when someone has like a six pack in a movie or something, not those abs, but the abs underneath it. But they're usually rather difficult to work for a lot of core moves. So moves like this roll up and a lot of other Pilates moves are so great for your transverse abdominis. So fun fact there. And then for a modification, if the Pilates roll up is maybe a little extreme, what you can do is just practice hinging off of your sits bones until you really feel your core kick in, and then coming back up. So that's a really great option if you want to build your way up to a Pilates roll up. Really, the main goal here is using no momentum in that like slow, sticky spot where it can be kind of difficult, kind of challenging. Good job, everyone. We're gonna do 5 more of these Pilates roll-ups. Really try to make these last 5 your best 5 using absolutely zero momentum, like right there, just your core. Good job, everyone. Going at whichever piece is comfortable for us today. Okay, let's do 3 more. Two more. Last one, everyone. Awesome job. So we're going to meet in the seated position, and what we're going to do is we're going to bring our feet onto the mat. So we have a generous bend in those knees. There's like a nice triangle right here. And what I'm going to do is hinge off of my sits bones like I did in that Pilates roll up. My hands are going to come out long in front of us. And what we're going to do is we're going to practice going down until we feel our abs, and then coming back up. So just like this. And then if we would like to stay there, that's perfect. That's a great option. But if you would like to turn it into a little bit more of a resistance-based move, what this looks like is a boat pose crunch. So we're taking our feet off of the mat, chilling out in boat pose here, hinging off of my sits bones while extending my legs, coming back to boat pose. Hinging off as far as is comfortable, coming back. So if you guys would like to join me, either for boat pose crunches like that, or just the top half of that boat pose, also a really, really great move, just going off your sits bones and back on your sits bones. Feel free to join me right now. If you guys want to challenge yourself, I would definitely recommend trying a few of the boat pose crunches at whichever speed is good for you guys today. Remember too, option, if these are a little difficult, what we can do, feet on the mat, hinge up, hinge up. Good job, everyone. Also, my little brother, I think, is coming home right now. So if you hear a really loud teenage boy come in, you know, that's him. Good job, everyone. Boat pose crunches. We're going to do 5 more of these. Maybe challenge yourself. 3, 2, last one. Awesome job, everyone. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be doing a Russian twist. So we're going to start to target our obliques here, which is different from like the, you know, like these ab moves we've been doing. So what we're gonna do is a Russian twist. So what this looks like is I have the option keeping my feet on the mat like I did before, have the option coming up into a boat pose. I'm gonna clasp my hands together and alternate bringing one elbow towards my mat, towards the center, opposite elbow. So if you guys would like to join me for some Russian twists, this is also a great move if you would like to add resistance, pick up a weight, that's awesome, or no weight's necessary. We're just aiming at bringing one elbow towards the mat. And of course we have the option here, pick up those feet, make it a little bit more of a challenge. I'm gonna keep it with my feet on the ground, but I want you guys to do whichever feels best for y'all today. Really, really focusing all this movement in our core, bringing each elbow down and back. Good job, everyone. Let's do 5 more on each arm. About 3 more. And let's do the last one. Awesome job, everybody. So now what we're going to be doing is a Pilates 100. That's going to be our last working move of today's class. And then since it's finals week for most of us, I wanted to structure the class so we have a really nice and long cool down, because I feel like we all deserve it. A little bit of yoga influence for our cool down, but we still have one more move. So what this is it's a Pilates 100. So what I'm doing is I'm coming into a Pilates tabletop position, which is like my head, neck, and shoulders, lower back are all imprinted on my mat. And then my feet are up, and they're forming 2 90-degree angles right here, my shins and my quads, and then about my stomach and my quads. So I definitely encourage you guys to peel your feet off the mat, but of course you have an option to keep your feet on the mat like they have been for the past few moves. So for this move, what we're going to be doing is extend our arms long by our sides in front of us, and we're going to be doing small pulses up and down like this with a lot of intention in that upper body. And then we have the option for more difficulty to peel the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. So we're going to do this for 100 counts, these pulses. I'm going to count us through it. You guys got this. This is a really great way to end the working portion of our class. So feel free to pick your option for your Pilates 100. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Strong pumps, guys. We're going to inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 10. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 20. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 30. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 40. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 50. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 60. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 70. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 80. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 90. Inhale 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 100. Good job, everyone. Take a moment, rest your head, neck, and shoulders on the mat. Hug your knees towards you. We are finished with the working portion of today's Pilates class. Y'all should be super proud of yourselves. We did a lot of hard work today. Good job, guys. If you want, feel free to bring your eyes to a close as we move into our cool down. Slowing that heart rate. Maybe we start to focus on our breath a little bit. Good job, everyone. So what we're going to do here is let's hug our right knee towards our chest, extend our left leg long. We're just going to hug towards our chest. Maybe we roll out the ankle here if that feels good. Great job, everyone. This is a great movement or a great moment while we're doing some stationary movements. If you would like to come back to that intention you set at the beginning of today's class, maybe to reflect on it, maybe you conquered your intention, want to challenge yourself with a new one, maybe you want to keep working on yours, whichever it is, this is a great moment to think about that. Great job, everyone. What we're gonna do is we're gonna use our left hand to guide our right knee towards the opposite side of our body, keeping both of our shoulders on the mat, extending that opposite arm long. Maybe our gaze goes towards our opposite arm, just for a nice stretch here on our back and our hips. Eyes can come to a close here if that feels good for us. Awesome job, and let's roll back just like this. What we're going to be doing is extending our right leg long, grabbing above or below the knee, and just pulling it towards us for a nice stretch for the back of our legs here. Maybe rolling out the ankle. And on our next inhale, let's pull that leg a little bit closer towards our body for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, everyone. We're going to still keep that right leg up. What we're going to be doing, bending our left leg, and we're going to place our right shin on our left quad, hug underneath that right hamstring, and bring our foot or our feet towards us ever so slightly. This is a really, really great hip flexor stretch for that right hip flexor. Only adding as much tension as comfortable. And let's pull it a little bit closer to us and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, everyone. Placing that left foot back on the mat, bringing that right foot, extending it long, and bringing our left knee towards our midline. Doing the same thing on the left side. So I'm hugging my left leg towards my chest. Maybe drawing my eyes to a close. And I'm going to take my right hand, guide that left knee, left leg towards the right side of my body. Extend my left arm, my opposite arm, while keeping both of my shoulders planted on the mat. Bringing my gaze towards my left arm. And bringing that left leg back towards center, extending it long in front of us, grabbing above or below that knee, pulling our leg towards us just a little bit until we start to feel it. And let's pull it a little bit closer towards us and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, everyone. Bring that right foot up, placing that right foot on the ground, taking my left shin, bringing it over my right quad, grabbing underneath my right quad, my right hamstring, and bringing a little bit of tension as I pull it towards me for a hip flexor stretch on the left side. Good job, everyone. And let's pull it towards us and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome job, everyone. Now what we're going to do, place that left foot back on the mat, roll over onto our right side, using our right bicep as a pillow, placing my left hand on the mat, and I'm going to come up into a seated position here. Feel free to be however is comfortable for you. I like to sit crisscross applesauce, but it's totally up to you guys. We're just going to do a stretch for our upper body now. So I'm going to take my right arm, extend it long across my chest, use my left arm to add a little bit of resistance above or below my elbow joint, just for a very well-deserved shoulder stretch. Good job, everyone. This stretch always feels so good for me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bend that right arm behind our head. Use that left arm, place some tension at or below that elbow joint for a tricep stretch. Good job, everyone. And now let's bring that left arm in front of us. Bring our palms towards the camera. We're just going to add a little bit of tension for a bicep stretch. Great job, everyone. Same thing on that left arm, bringing my left arm across my chest, using my right arm to add a little bit of tension above or below that elbow joint for a shoulder stretch. And let's bend that left arm behind our head, using that right arm, adding some tension above or below that elbow joint for a tricep stretch. And we're going to be doing that bicep stretch again. Bringing that left arm in front of us, left hand towards the camera, adding a little bit of tension on those fingers. Just opening out the front of our arm here. Remembering to breathe. Great job, everyone. Let's release that stretch. Now we're going to do one last move as a class. While we're seated, let's inhale those arms above our head. And let's exhale our arms by our sides, knowing that we are strong and capable. Awesome job, everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Pilates. My name is Jordan. Feel free to stick around if you have any questions, comments, concerns, just want to chat with me. I would definitely love to hear from you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and stop recording.